And we are live. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you are, happy new year wherever you are, and welcome back to the House of Hubris. Welcome back to Murder by Numbers. I'm Emma. As ever, I will be your host as we progress through this Picross murder mystery strange thing that I only just clocked is by Mediatonic. I'm sitting in front of the logo, but Mediatonic, who are now mostly just known as the Fall Guys people. Studios make multiple games, who knew? So yeah, if you were here last time, we finished solving the first case, and then the victim died, and then there was a lot of drama, and now we're on another case where we went to an award show and the host got killed, and then strangled again after he was killed. You know, as one does. And yeah, now we are just interviewing suspects and waiting until the game will acknowledge my completely accurate call that he was poisoned by the flowers. We shall see. Yeah, advance warning, I guess. I have a feeling I'm going to be interesting today. And, like, not necessarily good interesting, more I've had 4 hours of sleep and I'm going to have to be up at 5:30 in the morning to go to a hospital appointment. Interesting. So, really we'll see how it goes. I reserve the right to end the stream early if my brain just stops working entirely and, you know, enough that I notice. But those disclaimers out of the way, why don't we get back into the game? Ba, ba, ba. I love this tune. Which is good, because I sit on this menu for quite a while I'm setting up. Here we are in the main hall of the Starshine Awards. Oh yeah, also our mum is here. And I have people to question. Mum? So, you're doing detective work now. Also, as ever, voices could go anywhere. Yeah, about this whole detective thing, it's hard to explain. But why? Why do this? You had the job you wanted on that stupid TV program. I lost that job, Mum. Someone wanted me off the show so badly that Blake got killed over it. I can't go back. So find another show. There must be others. God knows there's enough crap on TV these days. You should be happy you never wanted me to be an actress anyway. Happy? Happy that you're risking your neck chasing down murderers? I know you don't agree with it. Oh no, that's her saying. I know you don't agree with it, but you're damn right I don't agree with it. Have you lost your mind? After everything that happened to your father. How can you even say that? Turns out Dick was poisoned somehow. We're still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but... Arnold, stop! But you love Dick Stanford. Do you want justice for him? Of course I do, but not from you. You heard Detective Cross. If you want to investigate something, you find out who owns that car and then go home. Oh yes, there's also a car illegally parked outside and the detective was like, well, if you want to do a thing, go do that thing. How can you say I've forgotten what happened to Dad? I flew back that night. I quit college. Then you know damn well why I can't let you go down that road. He spent his whole life chasing criminals, and look where it got him. I think if he was here, he'd want me. Don't you dare try and tell me what he would have wanted. I knew him a lot longer than you did. You know what? You're right. I didn't know Dad very well. He never talked to me. Don't be ridiculous. He talked to you. You did lots of things together. He read to you every night. I know. Philip Marlowe, Sherlock Holmes, Poirot. He introduced me to all the great detectives, but never himself. That's not his fault. It was hard enough for him to talk to me about his work. You were just a kid. He was my dad. Didn't I deserve a chance to know him? All I have left is the fiction. It's not the same. You can't put yourself in danger just to feel closer to your father. Focus on the memories he left you, the photographs. That's why you gave me the locket. I would have given it to you sooner if I'd known what you were doing. It was good to see Dad at the Brown Derby again. Did you take the photo? Me? I never went to the Brown Derby. A restaurant that looks like a hat? Damn fool idea, if you ask me. He always went there with his work friends. His captain, his partner? Wait, Dad had a partner? Forget about it. It's not important. No, I'm suddenly forgetting about it so much less than I was. Wait, you said Dad went to the Brown Derby with his partner. I don't remember Dad having a partner. Dramatic plot for a conversation and all you can focus on is Scout. Just no thoughts, monitor empty. Of course he had a partner. He was in the police force. Are you still in contact with them? If anyone could understand what I'm doing, it would be Dad's old partner. I think they'd tell you to listen to me and keep yourself safe. That's what your father would have wanted. What evidence do we even have on hand? A bunch of stuff. Blood test says he was poisoned. Envelope found on the dash of the car. Can't make it to the awards tonight. I hope this cute car makes it for it. His handkerchief, his PDA, his sobriety chip, gossip mag, Bobby's hip flask, Dick's wallet where he paid my ex 50 grand, Bill whiskey, strangulation marks, Becky's torn up speech, the locket, flyer, and a bow tie. Okay. Detective Cross? Find the owner of that car yet? My mum won't let me go. Which is not a sentence I thought I'd have to say at 29 years old. You should listen to her. She's only got your safety in mind. Ah. Yeah, that's another disclaimer. I'm having a time of it on my new meds dosage at the minute. For, again, random TMI, I suppose, but... So we'll see how I am. You're always talking about keeping me safe. What's that even mean? When have I ever been hurt? You've been lucky, but you're dealing with killers. That luck's gonna run out sooner or later. Why do you care so damn much? What are you so scared of? Oh, I get it. Trust me, you don't. No, I get it now. You're old. You said yourself they wanted to put you behind a desk, but you wouldn't listen. And me and Scout come along and we solve Blake's murder. We find the evidence, we crack the case. That's got nothing to do with it. You don't care about me, you never have. You're just scared. Scared that I'm better than you. I swore an oath. Any chance he wasn't our dad's partner? To protect and serve. You're only trying to protect yourself. That's not true. Then what are you scared of, detective? I'm scared you're going to make a mistake. You're going to get yourself killed. Stop and think for a second, just for 1 second, what that would mean for the people who care about you. For once in your life, listen to what your mum's telling you. Walk away. This car assignment you gave me, it's a joke, right? I don't make jokes. Do you at least have any leads besides that letter? Now you need my help. You'd think finding the owner of a bright pink car wouldn't be too difficult. You say that like a bright pink car would be a bad thing. You keep talking about what my mum wants. What about what I want? I swear it's like you two are ganging up on me. She's just talking a lot of sense right now. I just found out my dad had a partner in the LAPD. Do you think you could help me find them? Sorry, I'm homicide, not missing persons. I know, I just... If I could find them, they might be able to tell me more about my dad. I make a point of not knowing people these days. Makes the job easier. I've got a photo of Dad outside his favourite restaurant. Can you at least show it around at the station? Look, there are a lot of cops on the force and the Brown Derby was a popular place. I can't help you. Never said that was where it was. I didn't mention the Brown Derby. What? How did you know it was my dad's favourite restaurant? Look, like I said, it was a popular place. Just lucky guess. I know. Small world. Wait a second. I never noticed before, but the photo in this locket is folded in half. Scout, take a look at this. I mean, surely you could just take a look at it, Anna, but you do you, I guess. 9, 4. 6 from there, 7 from there, boop, boop. Oh yeah, that's a full row. I do love the music on the puzzles in this. It just injects a lot of drama into what is otherwise a fairly dry box filling exercise. And I say that like it's a bad thing. We have been over in previous streams how much time I spend on my own time doing Picross. Just because it's fun. And, like, weirdly seems to be another example of me being a very specific kind of transform stereotype that I never even knew about, because apparently, like, I've talked to so many other transform people who are very into Picross. Maybe those elite Picross players I was hypothesizing about last episode are all trans. We just can't know for sure. That's 13 to offset. Six. Three in there, 2 in there. That firms up those. Can't have anything more than 3 from there, so that gives us those. But then we should have had that anyway from the 7 already having an endpoint there. As ever, no idea if this is actually watchable or not. I'm just vibing and doing puzzles, and the words that come out of my mouth are just my thought process. Every time you're stunned by the speed I go through these, like I say, I do a lot of these, and you learn the patterns and the tricks to them. And, like, I could do, like, an instructional stream on how to Picross, except I would have to actually prepare that, and it would, like, going into that level of detail, doing every puzzle in here would just slow the actual plot to a glacial pace. And, like, I've already had one teaching job where I had a breakdown and had to leave, so, you know, let's not do it again. Yep, that's a photograph. Scout's so happy. They did a good job. I don't believe it. I do, because I predicted this exact thing. You're in this photo. Right next to my dad. Ah. Fine. Yes, I worked with your father for 10 years. We were partners. You knew. All of this time, you knew who I was. Not at first. I hadn't seen you since you were a baby. Joshua always tried to keep work and family separate. But on the other hand, like, how many families named Mizrahi can there be in LA? And, like, this is where I look this up and find out that there's actually a massive community of Middle Eastern Jews there. But when I saw you working to solve a case, it clicked. It was like seeing him alive again after all these years. Why didn't you say something? Like what? Oh hey, you know who you remind me of? My dead partner. Besides, it was never the right time. I needed you to respect me as an officer of the law, not one of your dad's old friends. I thought you hated me. I was just trying to keep you out of trouble. Spot the surrogate father figure. Now I say that, it seems like a weirdly prevalent trope for the surrogate father figure to be a cop. I don't know why. Joshua saved my ass so many times out on patrol. The least I can do is return the favour for his daughter. Were you there? When he... I don't want to talk about that right now. Look, maybe I can't stop you from trying to be a detective. God knows nothing could stop Joshua once he had a lead. Let's go right ahead. Look for evidence, question people. I won't stop you. But I'm watching you like a hawk. As soon as I think you're going too far, as soon as I think you're in real danger, it ends. Do you understand me? I just think I didn't ask you what you think. Do you understand? Yes. Good. I don't hate you, Honor. I get what you're trying to do, but I have to make sure you don't get yourself in above your head. I own that much. Are you okay? Yeah, it was just a lot of information. You're telling me. Heavy plot dump conversation. What happened to your father? Mum never told me the details. He just went out to work one day and didn't come home again. And you were left with a blank space in your past. I understand. But Detective Cross may be able to give you some answers. Didn't you hear what he said? He doesn't want to talk about it. Not yet, but he gave us permission to keep investigating. He may be coming around. I don't know. Wasn't exactly enthusiastic. Seems like everyone's telling me to give up. Just because everyone's against you doesn't mean they're right. I guess we'll have to find out. Let's get out of here. Still got to talk to whoever owns that car. Which will probably crack the other case wide open. First rule of noir, only one case. You might think you have multiple cases. There's only one case. Location unlocked. Backstage. Is that where we keep the car? Well, I guess we should go there. Oh, hey, Becky's out of the toilets. Was that Becky? She's been in the bathroom since she left the ceremony. Do you think she knows that Dick's been murdered? Knowing Becky, she'll probably think he deserved it for not giving her that award. Hi, Becky. Welcome back. I was worried you were going to stay in the restroom all night. What? Don't be stupid, Honor. had to fix my makeup, that's all. Did you hear what happened? Of course I did. The cops even made me give a statement. Like, what's the point? I didn't see anything. And if that wasn't bad enough, Bobby Price just tried to make a pass at me. It's hard work being the centre of attention. Sorry you didn't get Best Actress. It's any consolation, we all thought you deserved it. Everyone knows I deserve it. It's one of those corkboards with red yarn. Everything is connected, yes. Real culprit of case 4 of this will be Pepe Sylvia. I don't watch that show. I hope I'm making the meme correctly. If I'm not, don't tell me. Well, everyone except those brainless nobodies in the Starshine Committee, apparently. You're a great actress, Becky. You don't need to win an award for people to take you seriously. No, but it helps. What would you know? You've never even been shortlisted? Every time we try and make some kind of human connection, Becky, why must you go and just stamp on it beneath your designer heels? Pretty crazy what happened to Dick Stanford, huh? Let's be honest, he was ancient and his career was over. It was going to happen soon enough anyway. Becky! He was murdered! Have you seen inside a retirement home? If I ever get that old and irrelevant, I hope someone does the same to me. Can kind of relate. What? Bobby Price made a pass at you? Can you blame him? I didn't even know he was back yet. Wasn't that long ago he was in a cell. Another innocent person put away by Honor Mizrahi and Scout. What a fearsome duo. Anyway, enough about us. Let's get back to you. My favourite subject. Bobby started telling me all about his TV show, as if that's supposed to impress me. Like, we all have TV shows? This is Hollywood. Still, he is kind of cute. And a spot on a talk show could be good for publicity. Just be careful, the case isn't over yet. He could still turn out to be the murderer. I'm just wildly incompetent. I'm thinking about going on his show, Honor, not marrying him. I'm not stupid enough to make that mistake. Jesus, Becky. I'm leaving. I'm going to go back to the main hall because I realise I probably should have shown that photo to my mum. Oh, and we have new dialogue here. I found out about Detective Cross. You knew who he was this whole time. Is my mic volume peaking a bit? I thought I just caught a flash of red out of the corner of my eye. I really should be able to watch these soundbars while I work, but they're not in the right place. Let me know if the audio is bad, and I will attempt to do something to debad the audio. No point trying to hide it anymore. Yes, I've known Jerry for years. And you were working together, trying to get me to stop investigating. I can't believe this. My own mother. Actually, forget that. I can't believe it. You didn't want me to be an actress. You don't want me to be a detective. What do you want, Mum? I want you to be safe. But whenever I try, you always have to do the opposite. We paid for your college tuition, you dropped out and started acting. I set you up with Ryan, a successful businessman. You get a divorce. I mean, man's a slime ball. So that's kind of not on us. Doesn't all that tell you something? It tells me you've still got a lot to learn. I'm getting sick of having to watch over you all the time. Then don't! I'm almost 30, I can make my own goddamn decisions. And look where that's gotten you. Do you want to see this photograph? Did you know Detective Cross was in this photo? Of course not. Didn't know he'd be here tonight either. Too many surprises in one day, if you ask me. You don't like him? I'm sure he's a good detective. He was a good friend of your father's. I just didn't expect to see him, that's all. Okay. Let's go back to backstage, because I kind of want to show Becky this envelope, because she seems like the kind of person who might own a bright pink 4x4. Where did you get that? The cops found it on the dash of a pink 4x4 outside. Was that your car? 'Cause it's been towed. Good. All I wanted was for my parents to see me win a Starshine Award, and they couldn't even do that. Mum thinks she can buy my forgiveness with some hideous hot pink monstrosity. I'm glad it got towed. They can crush the damn thing for all I care. By the way, I'm gonna need a ride home tonight. Sorry, Becky, I know what it's like to not have your parents' support. It sucks. Why couldn't they just be here? I don't need them. We've got us. Forget it. I didn't even win anyway. We've solved the mystery of the pink car. Now Detective Cross will finally trust us. I wouldn't get your hopes up. He only gave us that case to keep us busy. But I bet he didn't count on us solving it this fast. We're a great team, like Holmes and Watson, Cagney and Lacey, Shaggy and Scooby. We really need to talk about how much TV you're watching. I mean, TV is his people, look at him. No mystery will go unsolved, no stone left unpunished, no criminal left unturned. I like the enthusiasm, I just don't know. Come on, partner, there's a murder to solve. But hey, wait up! But where go? Oh, the dressing room is available now. Would have been nice if it had told us that. Back to the crime scene, at last. It'll be easier to search the place now that Cross isn't breathing down our necks. Understood. Setting scan mode to high resolution. Let's investigate. Puzzle beginneth. 11 gives us the center 7, that solid 15 there. That 5 has to go at least that far, that blocks that, so we have there. Gotta have that, which locks that. Gives us those. Only 1's left there. That 6 has to go at least that far. We have that, we have that. Nothing further from 1 from there, so that's those. That ends in a 2, so there. Learn how to operate a mouse. It's really, it's your first hurdle here. Those are 1s, that's a 1, that's a 1. Cuts down. Spaces there are locked. That's going to be one. The 4 goes at least that far. 2 locks off there. But we couldn't anyway. That's only a 4. That. The 4 block there. Which means you have that, which means you have that, which means you can cut all of them. I'm kind of hoping that in later cases we get some bigger puzzles, because these seem to have topped out at like 15 a side, which, you know, fair enough. I get that they want to make them workable, but I appreciate a large Picross. The dehydration is real, y'all. There we go. Apologies. Here's a briefcase. It's full of a mound of sand, cocaine, I don't know. There's a bunch of letters here from Dick's lawyers. Oh, that's what it is. Look, it was one of 3 things. It was sand, cocaine, or lawyer letters. And just my luck to pick the other 2. There's a bunch of letters here from Dick's lawyers. Size and Desist LLP. Solid joke. I wonder if Dick was trying to stop someone from going to the press about him. It's right here in these letters. Do you think this is related to the rumours in Celeb Life magazine? It must be. It says the guy's name was Alex Costa. Yeah, it's had a moment there because I was like, wasn't he in blue? That was Anthony Costa. He accused Dick of being abusive and intimidating. Based on our interaction with him, that sounds accurate. Sustained verbal abuse over a period of many years. Volatile, ill-tempered, created a hostile work environment. These are all very believable. Ugh, no wonder he wanted to go to the press. If this was true, Dick would have made Becky seem like an angel. Everyone who worked with him must have known about this. Why was he allowed to keep his job? Well, Scout, may I introduce you to the entire creative media industry. Sad but true. And that's easy. Money. No TV network wants to fire their biggest star. It's just easier just to make sure nothing ever goes public. Well, it's a combination of that and just casual acceptance that this is the way the industry works, and if you have a problem with that, then you're the difficult one. Well, that needs a powerful man in a city run by powerful men. You can be sure Kathleen wouldn't have gotten away with being so difficult. But these files say someone was trying to tell the truth. That will make it hard to ensure it never went public. Yep, and Dick called in his lawyers to shut them down. Do you think that could drive someone to murder? Sounds like a possible motive to me. We should see if anyone knows this Alex Costa guy. But there's more to investigate. High resolution scan. Zoom enhance. Puzzle start. What do we 10 down? Any obvious ones there? Yeah, 224 is a fulfill. 8 out of those 10 at very least. That's only the 3, so we can cut off everything there. 126, what's that? 9, 11 is 4 offset. Puts those 2 in, and the 5 means we have to go to there. That can't go there because then there'd be no space for the 2, so that locks that column in like that. That has to be that 3. This ends with a 4, so we can lock all of those, and that means this has got to be the 4, so we can lock that. This has to be the 4, so we can lock that, and then the only pattern that fits is that. This has to be a 3. This can't be a 3, so it's 2. And then 3 of these 5. This is that. That means we can kill those. That can't go all the way to there, so that has to be the 3. There's your 2. That's either the 2 or the 3, so either way we can put the second one in. It's got to be the 2, because if it reached all the way over there, it'd be a 7. And 2 of these 3, so that's a 2. Still can't know whether the 1 goes this side or that side, so we can't do much more there. That 3 has to go there, which gives us our 5 there, 3 there. That's your 2, which means... Oh, well, we already knew that was the 3, I just needed to mark it. Yeah, to misquote the Age of Empires 2 tutorial, you have to mark it. Well, that was a very niche joke that was primarily funny to me. So, those of you who were keeping that particular timer can stop it now. This has to be the 2 and the 1, because there's no space for it in there. I never even played that much Age of Empires 2, that was something of a meme when I was younger. Like, within my friend group, not even a more widespread thing. Because, I mean, we barely had more widespread memes back then. Back in the mists of time, in the mid-aughts. We found a PDA dock, now we can plug this PDA into Scout. And he can see the universe. And we hit 150,000, which has made us the detective. Detective. Wow, it's a... What is it? It's a dock for the PDA we found earlier. Good news. It provides a serial interface, which means I can use this to access the PDA. I just need a moment to break the password protection. Yes, we have to do one of these time-limited hacking puzzles. In which I will explain even less than normal. Because, like I say, after a while you just get to see the Matrix. "38 seconds to do 4 of them." I'm in. I have full access to Dick's files. Great, was he working on anything recently? There is a spreadsheet file, last edited earlier today. Best new comedy, 26,500, off the grid, paid. Best actor, $33,750, Graham Nonna, paid. Best actress, $30,760, Sarah O'Hara, paid. Somebody taking bribes? I say as though that kind of corruption isn't also rife within these kind of award shows. They're all Starshine Award winners. Dick must have been taking bribes for the awards committee. Honor. There is one more. Murder mystery. Disqualification. $50,000. Paid. Someone paid $50,000 to disqualify us? Who? There is no name here. But didn't Ryan pay that exact amount to an anonymous bank account? Oh yeah, no, Ryan didn't get the 50 grand. It was Ryan's wallet and he paid 50 grand. What a dick. I think it's time we had a talk with my ex-husband. Yes, it is. But where might such a sleazebag be? Not here. Aha. Well, I still think Bobby did it. He's got the motive, the opportunity. Is poison his style? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to think that far ahead. You don't know Bobby like I do. He said something else. Excuse me, that's my agent calling. Hi, Ryan. I hear your suspect was released without charge. You seem to be making a habit of this, Honor. Yeah, I was wrong about Bobby, I admit that. But I'm not giving up. Good for you. I hear the detective even gave you a special assignment. We already solved it. Now we're looking for the murderer again. Is that so? Well, I'm sure you'll do your best. I heard you talking to Kathleen about the poisoning. What do you make of it? I don't think Bobby did it, if that's what you're asking. That doesn't leave many suspects. Kathleen, Becky, you. Watch it, binary boy. You've got nothing on me and you know it. Besides, if I killed Dick, do you really think I'd be stupid enough to hang around afterwards? The killer's probably long gone by now. I'm not so sure. Something tells me this thing with Dick was personal. I remain a very immature person sometimes. They might be sticking around to see how things play out. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you're a psychologist now as well as a detective. How do we confront him with this? Showing the PDA? Isn't that Dick's PDA? Yeah, that $50,000 business arrangement of yours. That was for Dick, wasn't it? I mean, I hear you can get it for cheaper. I'm really trying not to make the joke every time, and that time it happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie to me, Ryan. I've got the data right here. That's why you met up with him earlier, isn't it? You paid him off. You had Murder Miss Terry disqualified from the Starshine Awards. Get ready, Scout. Anna's got another one of her wild theories. Scout's just like, I don't wish to be part of this. You've got no evidence. Is my name anywhere on that spreadsheet? I don't think so. Maybe not, but it's pretty convenient that Dick was murdered before any of this went public, isn't it? Are you actually suggesting I murdered him? Do you realize how crazy that sounds? You know, you're never going to be happy if you can't learn to trust people. How about you leave the investigating to the cops and let me take you home? You're tired. Oh my god, I want to punch this man so badly. No! I know what I'm doing, Ryan. I've got the evidence right here on this PDA. I told you that you paid $50,000 to an anonymous account. You were seen arguing with Dick. Is that what we're calling it now? Damn it, Emma, stop making the joke. Maybe your name isn't written down, but I know you, Ryan. It has your fingerprints all over it. You're inventing connections that aren't there. How am I supposed to talk to you when you're acting like this? Knew there was a reason he was here tonight. Is he always like this? Pretty much. Whenever things start looking good for me, he finds some way to tear it down. Why did you marry him? It was different. He was different. At the start, he was so kind, so attentive. He made me feel like I was the most important thing in the world. And that's love bombing, my friends, and it's literally step one in the emotional abuser's handbook. And the physical, most kind of abusers, to be honest. Then we got married, and suddenly he changed. He was more critical, more volatile. I was always walking on eggshells around him. Scout's sad face gets me every time. If he was happy, it was because I'd done something right, and if he was mad, well, that was my fault too. I was the center of his universe, but my universe was shrinking by the day. I stopped seeing friends, family. He even wanted me to quit the show. And if I ever tried to bring it up with him, he'd say I was imagining it. Luckily, KC worked out what was going on and made me snap out of it. Took a long time, but I got away eventually. I am glad you distanced yourself from him. Apparently it wasn't far enough. Kathleen, you're here. How's the investigation going? Is it true Bobby got released already? Yeah, it's true, Bobby didn't kill Dick. He just thought he did. I have to say I'm surprised. It sounded like you had the case all wrapped up. Yeah, we thought so too until we found out Dick was poisoned. Now we're back to square one. Poisoned? But it's not really my place to say, but just because Bobby admitted to strangling Dick doesn't mean he didn't poison him too. Can you think of any way Dick might have been poisoned before he got on stage for his award? I'm sorry, I don't know where he was before the presentation. Have you checked his dressing room? Anything we can show to her? Let's see what she thinks of this scandal. Display, escándalo. Did you know Dick was taking bribes to rig the Starshine Awards? What? That's terrible. I had no idea. Do you think that's why he was killed? Ah, that was it. Okay. So what? Back to the dressing room? There is precisely nothing I can do in the dressing room. Poked everything until something happens. No new topics we can bring up with Becky. We can't see Bobby. We can't leave the theatre. Go do some detecting on her. I'm not talking to you until you quit acting like a child. Well, fine. There must be something I can show Kathleen. The briefcase? Dick was trying to block a guy from Alex Costa from talking to the press. Apparently Dick was a real piece of work off camera. That doesn't surprise me. That answers the question of who leaked those rumors to celeb life. So it's true. I suppose there's no sense in trying to hide it anymore. He's dead now anyway. The truth is, Dick was always difficult to work with. He hated the idea of a woman coming onto his show, but the network insisted. I put up with a lot for the sake of my career. Did you know Alex Costa? We'd like to speak to him. Sorry, I haven't kept in contact with anyone from the show. It's a time I'd rather forget about. You might have better luck asking Bobby. A lot of the old crew stayed on when he took over. Wait a second, that reminds me. I mean, I could be wrong, but... Any information you have could be useful, Miss Cartwright. Well, I think Bobby's mother was called Alexandra. You sure? Yes. I remember now. He introduced me to her at an event. Sorry, it's my agent. You know how it is. Will you excuse me? A lot of convenient phone calls you're getting there, Kathleen. I think it's time we reviewed the new evidence. Agreed. Ryan is now quite a convincing suspect. That spreadsheet suggests he paid Dick to rig the Starshine Awards. Kathleen saw them arguing earlier, so maybe the deal didn't go smoothly. Maybe Dick tried to increase the price or threatened to go public and Ryan killed him to protect himself? But he's not the only suspect. There's also the matter of Alex Costa. Right, Dick was trying to keep Alex from going to the press about him. He almost succeeded, but Celeb Life still printed the accusations as rumours. That could have been enough to stoke a fire between those two. Maybe Alex poisoned Dick to get revenge. The only problem with that angle is that we don't know where Alex is. Right now the question isn't where, but who? No one seems to have heard of Alex Costa. What if he's not even a real person? First, it's people saying things they don't mean. Now, it's people who aren't actually real. Humans are so confusing. No, there's a real person behind it. I think Alex Costa is a fake name. Whoever it is didn't want to get well, that cracks it wide open. Whoever it is didn't want to risk getting found out, and they've been right here the whole time. I mean, Bobby would be the obvious pick. Bobby is Alex Costa. Dick was sabotaging Bobby's TV show. This was his way of getting revenge. A solid motive, but can you be sure? We've already had Bobby arrested once, and we were wrong. Or maybe we weren't. Maybe he knew Dick was poisoned and strangled him to finish the job. Not to mention, Kathleen said she thinks Bobby's mother is called Alexandra. Alexandra Price, Alex Costa. Of course, Price, Cost, it all fits. Little bit of a Batman deduction there. We all know that people can only take an alias that is, like, one step removed from their real name semantically. God knows what mine would be. In that case, the only remaining uncertainty is how he poisoned Dick. I suggest we try and find Bobby. He may reveal more under the pressure of this new evidence. Becky said he spoke to her after he was released. We should see if she knows where he is. Oh, hello. Can I help you? Scout. That was weird. Anna, What? Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Just a sensor glitch. We should look for Becky. Becky, you there? Damn it, she was here a minute ago. Yeah, no, that is a very large jump. Clearly this person's alias must just be a synonym for their mother's maiden name. Let's solve this and then we'll go to break. Yes, thank you, Twitch. I know my ad is about to start. I was just talking about it. God, Twitch, I have, you know... I assume you're listening to me at all times anyway, so can you just pay attention? Actually, no, that hat's got to be an X, because if that was a 2, there'd be no space for 1. 2, 3, 1 is 8, so 2 offset gives us there, which solves that column. That can't be there, because extending either way would hit one of these other groups. And then it's 2 out of these 3. Can't have 3s in there, so it's those. Up against time pressure once again. Come on, brain. Can't have that. Has to be there. Has to be there. What's that? That has to be there. Locks those. Gives us that. That. Goes up there. There we go. There's some makeup. Okay, we'll leave it on that chill music. We'll come back to the puzzle having been completed in about 3 minutes because I need to take a break. So this is your regularly scheduled reminder to leave the ads running if you can. Go and have a drink, have a snack, move around, and, you know, do all of those good things. Take your meds if you need to. But the ad's going to start in like 15 seconds, so I need to stop talking. Love you all. See you in 3 minutes. And we're back. Hey everyone, sorry that was a bit longer than planned. How strange. It's a mirror mounted in a small plastic case with a disc of compressed powder. It's called blush. You put it on your face. Is it some kind of disguise? I mean, there's a wider philosophical question there, I suppose, but nah, it's just makeup. Oh, I was hoping we might have to disguise ourselves, like in the movies. I could put on some of this blush to show you if you want, although it looks pretty expensive. And look, you're looking for poison. Why would you put things on your face that you just found? Anna, wait. Thank you, Scout. What's the problem? My sensors are reporting a critical warning, which means that there is a high risk of mortality. Huh? Where? From that object. The makeup. It is extremely dangerous. Damn, it wasn't the flowers. I was so close. It doesn't look dangerous. You sure? Yes, although I'm unsure as to the specific reason. The warning was invoked from a previously inaccessible area of my memory. Is this the intuition Detective Cross talks about? Am I having a hunch? One moment. I'll try to run a backtrace and identify it. Processing. Recovering data. A stack backtrace suggests the warning handler was invoked by a routine called identify_toxin. Honor, please use extreme caution. That blush contains a powerful neurotoxin. What? It seems this routine was somehow invoked automatically by my sensor array. Yes, we have a thing that tells you when you're about to die in a really stupid way. The contents of the routine are obscure to me, but it references a database which seems to contain a list of toxins. In other words, I think we just found the poison that killed Dick Stanford. Hooray? Do you really think this makeup is what killed Dick? My toxin detection routine reports the probability at around 99.89%. There seem to be quite a few things you don't know you can do, Scout. The hacking, and now an encyclopedic knowledge of poisons? Yes, I think it must be a side effect of my memory corruption. Who do you think this makeup could belong to? Well, Becky was the last person we saw back here. In which case, either she's working with Bobby, or she accidentally came into contact with the neurotoxin. Either way, we'd better find her fast. But she doesn't seem to be in the building. We've checked every room. Yes, there are only 3 rooms. Not every room. Haven't checked the women's restroom. I mean, have you checked the men's restroom? There are probably many rooms. What are you waiting for? People frequently refer to me as a guy. Wouldn't that suggest I'm not allowed in the women's restroom? Now, Scout, don't let society do gender to you. That's the takeaway here, and you can clip that if you want. It's fine. I give you permission. New location discovered. Women's restroom. Scout's so happy. Oh, this is nice. This has got to be the most expensive looking restroom I've ever seen. Even the toilets are gold plated. Honor, have you not been to the toilet since you got here? You might want to get that looked at. You should be hydrating more. Hydrates in chat for Honor. Exactly. Yeah, and they're freaking cold. I'd like to get my hands on whoever came up with that idea. Hi, Becky. Thought you were done hiding in here. You okay? I mean, sometimes people just need to use the loo on it. No, of course I'm not okay. What, are you blind? Is this still about the award? No! I mean, yes, but... Ah! It's everything! The award, my parents. Maybe I should just lock myself in here for the rest of my life. Is winning a Starshine Award really that big of a deal? They obviously don't appreciate talent, so just forget about it. Oh, I should just forget about it? Of course. Why didn't I think of that? It's only been my dream since I was 11. It's just, what if tonight was my last chance? I tried so hard this year. This was how I was supposed to prove that I'd made it. You don't get a Starshine unless you're at the top of your game. That's not strictly true. What's that supposed to mean? Dick had some files on his PDA that you might want to take a look at. We'll show you them in a sec. First, I have more parents. Not parents, questions. It said about your parents, and I saw a word, and then the word came out of my mouth. You know how it is. Look, there's a reason... I was listening to Pink Hotel by Scene Queen the other day, and just the hook in that where it's just gays with ADHD. I just kind of want to get that as a sound alert. Because, hi. There's one thing I understand, it's parent problems. At least your mum is here. Mine's too busy fighting with Dad at home. You know, I don't think they ever loved each other. Hell, I'm not sure they even like each other. Straight people, am I right? Why are they still together? Because straight people, am I right? Neither one of them wants to be the first to talk about separating. Apparently giving up isn't how we do things. I thought maybe if I won, they might focus on me instead of fighting over who gets to renovate the dining room this month. That plan obviously worked out great. What's the problem with Bobby? Title of my new album. Except for the fact that he's a suspect in a murder case. Scout, we are trying to be supportive. The flying junk pile has a point. I know Bobby's not exactly a catch, but I can't stop thinking about him. Might be a murderer is pretty high up on the list of dating red flags. And we are forgetting the fact, like, ethically, it's not so much might be a murderer as literal attempted murderer. Because, like, he didn't know Dick was dead and he attempted to kill him. Might be a murderer is pretty high up the list. I would say recently strangled a corpse is even higher on the list. I know, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do anything unless I know he's really innocent. As I just said, that may not be possible. What if he's not interested in me? Can't even win a stupid Starshine award. Ugh, about that. Take a look at this spreadsheet. Every time I do, it makes me lead sheet. Hey, Emma, why did you think that would be a useful or funny thing to say? I don't know, Emma, about probably the same amount of thought as I put into the fact that doing this bit would mean facing away from the microphone for half of it. Sure, yeah, I'm probably not as easy to hear at all looking this way. No, you're really not. I can see the sound levels while you're doing it. Ah, weird. As we were. Honor, I'm an actress, not an accountant. I don't do numbers. I mean, most of these are words. This is important. Dick was taking bribes. He rigged the Starshine Awards. He did what? Let me see that. This is unbelievable. I know. Can you believe someone paid to have our show disqualified from every category? Forget about that. Sarah O'Hara paid $30,000 for Best Actress. I knew she must have cheated. She can't even cry on cue. Okay, having our entire show disqualified was also bad. You can't blame me for having priorities. Don't you see, you didn't miss out on an award because you aren't good enough. You missed out because everyone else was cheating. I spent my whole career chasing a Starshine Award and they're worthless. What a rip-off! Once this gets out, the entire Starshine Committee will probably be fired. If a system is corrupt, sometimes the only solution is to start from scratch. You're right. I need to elect a new committee. I've got to start planning my campaign. Vote for Becky. Honesty, integrity, star quality. Well, no one could say you aren't honest. Hey, would you like some poisonous blush? found this backstage. Is it yours? Ugh, I thought I'd gotten rid of that. So you admit trying to dispose of a deadly weapon? What are you babbling about? This makeup is poisoned. What? But Bobby gave that to me? Oh my god. Is he trying to kill me? Okay, please expand. Did you say Bobby gave you this blush? We think this is what killed Dick Stanford. I said I'd think about going on his TV show, and he came back with this. Said it was a gift. So, why did you leave it backstage? After that crap with my mum and the car, I'm so done with people thinking they can just buy me off like that. I guess it's a good thing I didn't try and use it. Do you think he was just trying to get rid of the evidence? How about we get out of here? Sounds like you've got a lot to do, and we have to tell Detective Cross about the poison makeup. Sounds good to me. It's getting kind of warm in here anyway. You were just complaining it was cold. Ow! The door handle's burning hot. I'm detecting temperatures outside of nearly 1,000 degrees. Either my sensors are malfunctioning, or, well, that burning house scenario doesn't seem to be quite so hypothetical anymore. The building is on fire. Well, this is bad. What? No way, I am not gonna die in a bathroom. Can you imagine the obituary? Hey! Hey! Can anyone hear me? Get us out of here! How do I keep getting stuck in rooms with you? The heat of the fire must have jammed the door mechanism. We have to find a way to open it. No, you don't! Have you heard of backdrafts? Scan, 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 scan. Puzzle start. This "you're imminently about to die" music kind of bangs, though. God, when the end comes for me in real life, I'm going to be saying that, aren't I? What's that? 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, thought that looked like it was probably a lock, and it is. Odds point to yes. Yeah, you know me. What's that? 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't love it. What else have I got going on? Ah, that locks that 5 in there. That's useful. I think this is a lock now, yeah. For the record, it might be obvious from what I'm doing, but when I say a certain sequence of numbers is a lock, I just mean there's only, like, putting them in will completely fill the space, so that means there's only the one way they can go in. It just said I wasn't going to try and explain my peer crossing terminology, but here I am. I say lots of things, and many of them aren't true. To paraphrase, stereophonics? I think that was the Stereophonic song, Half the Lies You Tell Ain't True. Yeah, that was on, I can't remember the name of the album, but it is the Stereophonics album that I own. Same one with the Bartender of the Thief on it. It'll come to me at some point. Anyway, we got a fire extinguisher. A pressurized fire suppression system. This will allow us to clear a path to safety. The door's still jammed. We need some way to open it. Fine, let's scan again. Ah, we use a toilet? Why, I mean, the gold-plated toilets will be very heavy, I suppose. That's 9, so offset gives us those two. Ooh, that 8 is very useful. And also 1 to a 13 to offset. This is 1 in there. That 6 has to go up to there. That's a 2. That's got to be the 3, so it can't go past there. The 5 has to be over here. Those join, and then blocks those. Neither of these can go past there. 7 out of 11 is 4 off, gives us those 3. Has to be 3 of these 5, and then nothing beyond there. 7, 8, 9, 10, so we can't fit all of that in there, so the 4 has to go there. Cuts these off, and that, which gives us that. Cuts those, there we go. Now things will all start falling into place. This is those. That can't be a thing. So that takes us to a 1 offset. Those slots, so it's that. That has to be the 7 and that has to be the 2. And we found a crowbar. Why is there a crowbar in the toilet? Game! Why is there a crowbar in the toilet? Perfect, this should help us get the door open. We're not going to address why there's a crowbar. Anna, why is there a crowbar in the bathroom? Thank you, Scout. I guess sometimes a plunger just isn't enough. What does that mean? Oh, cool, we're just leaving it at that. In case of emergency. I mean, yeah, if it was put here specifically in case of this exact situation, then sure. I think we can get out of here, but it isn't going to be easy. You ready? I was ready 5 minutes ago. Give me that fire extinguisher and open the damn door. Here goes. Oh my god, it's an inferno out there! I mean, you should have been immediately backdrafted to death, but hey, we'll let that slide. Stand back! This is the fire crowbar, don't you have one in your fancy bathroom? Okay, yeah, clear. I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing? Do y'all all have bathroom crowbars over in America? Because we don't here. It's funny how these little things change. I'm getting us out of here. That one fire extinguisher is not going to do much against an entire burning building, but sure. Come on, you idiots! Move to lose it! I don't know if I should be more scared of her or the fire. You got 3 seconds or I'm leaving you here to get cremated? Well, that answers your question, I guess. Cool art, though. As much as she is, I do really respect Becky's style. I mean, I quite like Honnor's style as well, in a kind of soft butch dressed as a bus seat from the early aughts kind of way. Come on, we're getting out of here one way or another. It's so hot. Honor, wait, that noise. Are we about to have another flashback? It's the fire alarm, Scout. Come on, we've got to keep moving. I can't. It's. Scout! And then we died. Clear the area. Repeat. All non-essential personnel, please clear the area. All this just to test one modification. I don't even recognize half this equipment. I'm sure they know what they're doing, and I'll be keeping an eye on Scout. Don't worry about it. What am I being tested on? Image recognition? Computer interfacing? We don't know exactly. Something new. I just hope. Primary systems online. Magnetizing coils. Power usage at 500 watts and rising. I feel strange. I'm seeing internal power fluctuations. I think we should back off a little and... Negative. We're well under the hardware failure thresholds, increasing to 1.3 kilowatts. Cascading system failures. We have to stop. You're going to fry something. Do not interfere with the test. Help me. The real villain was capitalism. Scout! Wake up! I remembered something. You'll have to tell me later. If we don't get out of here soon, we're toast. What the hell are you two doing back there? We're coming! Come on, Scout. Let's go. Yeah, take that and that. This fire's no match for me. This way. We're nearly out. Two hours later. On a Mizrahi who did not die. It doesn't look that bad. The fire didn't reach the main hall. Ugh, maybe not, but the stench sure did. It smells like a garbage fire in here. Hardly surprising. Half the building went up in flames. Everything backstage is gone. Backstage, does that include Dick's dressing room? Yeah. What do you think caused the fire? Not what? Who? A lot of evidence just got burned up. Someone started that fire to cover their tracks. Captain's gonna have my ass for this. We lost everything. Who needs the fire department when you have one actress with the fire extinguisher? Exactly. I mean, it's a little known fact that fire extinguishers run on dedication. and just with enough will and sense of drama, you have an infinite amount of firefighting potential therein. No. Yeah, there we go. Not everything. Scout and I searched that room a little while before the fire. We have a new theory.
Let's hear it. I just hope this isn't another wild goose chase.
Dick was poisoned by Bobby Price.
You've got to be kidding me.
We found the neurotoxin that was used to poison Dick. And Becky says Bobby gave it to her as a gift. We just need to interrogate him and...
Is that it?
What do you mean, is that it? He was trying to get rid of the evidence. We've got him.
You've got nothing. Your case has more holes than a golf course. You can't arrest a man based on one witness statement. You need hard evidence. Where'd you get the poison from? How was it administered? Where's the proof you handled this poison at all?
I guess there are a few unanswered questions. But we did find the owner of the pink car.
If you can't be thorough, how am I ever supposed to trust you?
It's nothing we can't handle. Just give us a little longer.
Bobby's still outside getting checked for burns. As soon as they're done with him, you can have your interrogation. Better have your evidence together by then. All of it.
Oh, better do this right or he's never going to let us near a crime scene again. I mean, really, nor should he, but given that you have no training in any way, and the courts do like a little thing called due process, but hey. Wait, had we invented due process in the 90s? Maybe not. Just don't know if there's any evidence left after that fire. Backstage may be ruined, but we can still search the rest of the building. Yeah, we should check in with Becky too. I want to know more about Bobby and that makeup. Hi, Becky. Becky Baxter Beckatron. Well, that is your name now. Honor. That was quite something, huh? Yeah, it was a close one, that's for sure. I wanted to say thanks.
What?
If it wasn't for you and Scout, we would still be stuck in that bathroom. I know I'm not always easy to work with, but you helped me anyway with the pep talk and the escape. You're welcome, Becky. I am happy to have been of some assistance. Yeah, don't mention it. Besides, if it wasn't for your firefighting heroics, we would have been burned to a crisp. When I'm head of the Starshine Committee, I'll remember what you did today. I really appreciate that, Becky. But I don't need an award. I said anything about an award, I just said I'd remember. Jeez, talk about self-centered. I kind of love Becky. If anything, we should be thanking you for getting us out of the building. Where did you learn to use a fire extinguisher like that? I played as a firefighter in the school play one year. Got really into the role. I wore the costume for like 2 months. Of course, back then the fire was just made of tissue paper. Holy crap, I could have died today. Why did you let me do that? Still can't believe the Starshine Awards was such a scam. I was so happy when we won Best New Show in '93. Who knows when the committee started accepting bribes? I think we won fair and square that year. And as soon as I get elected, I'm clearing house. All new rules and regulations, sweeping reforms. Hollywood won't know what hit it. Glad you found your calling. It's like I told you, you don't need an award to be happy. Of course I don't need an award. I'm going to be in charge of giving them out. That's way better. Just think of all the press conferences, the publicity. Okay, moving on. We need to talk to you about Bobby again. I already told you everything. He wanted me to go on his show, and he gave me that makeup. You think I'm lying or something? Not at all. We're just trying to uncover more details. You remember anything else? Something he said, any other gifts? There was this other thing that came with the makeup. I didn't think it was important, but you can take a look if you want. Let's look. A process accomplished entirely through use of Scout. We can not trust our actual eyes. What's that? 14. Uh, 6 locks out. Everything past there. That can't be there. That has to be a 1. That has to be like that. 5 means nothing past those. 9, 10, 11, 12. We've already got those filled in. Oh, this could actually be a thing. Was that 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? One offset, so we can go there, there, there. These are blocked, so we have to have a 1 there. And actually that solves it. But it doesn't quite solve it, but it solves the left half of it. Okay. What's this? 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, that's a lock already. So it is. That could be the 2 or the 3. Can't fit anything else in there. 5 has to be in this space, which means that's definitely the 3 and the 2 is there. 5 pushes that to there. This can't be part of the 4, so it has to be the 2, and the 4 gets pushed there. That can only go that way. Everything more than 1 away from these can get cut. That should be a left click, not a right click. That's just a misclick on my part. God, chat, why didn't you see that one mistake when I made it? Can't be trusted, I tell you. Like I say, I'm a big fan of the music in this game. I may have mentioned that once or twice. In fact, I really like video game music in general. That may have come up once or twice or a billion times. This is just a brush. Why did I have to have Scout analyze? Oh no, this is a fan. Okay. We found fan. Hooray, fan. And now we are a detective. fan has text printed on it. Thank you for shopping at Le Montre Jolie. That must be where the makeup was purchased. And they can tell us if they sold it to Bobby. Let me give them a call. Words. Oh, damn it, the battery's dead. Don't suppose you got a power socket? Actually, I do. But it's only designed for very low power devices. Charging a cell phone will take some time. Oh, it's better than nothing. Here. Oh, hey! JC, haven't seen you all night. I figured you left. Just because you don't see me doesn't mean I'm not here. I've been stuck with your mother all evening. Honestly, how am I supposed to find Mr. Right if we've got that hanging around me? Can I borrow your cell? There's this boutique Le Montre Jolie. I need something from their sales records. Oh, I know that place. Went on a terrible couple of dates with their perfumes guy. Great guy, but he insisted on cooking every time we met up. You broke up with him because he cooked for you. All those perfumes had screwed up his sense of smell. Honestly, it was like Pizza Hut had tried to make bolognese. But I let him down gently, of course. Sure, he'd do me a favour if I asked nicely. I need to know who bought this makeup. Rouge number 16 by Corinthia Cosmetics. Oh, Corinthia, very swish. I'll see what I can do. Hi, Le Montre Jolie. Is that Marshall? It's me. KC, how are you? Supervisor, look at you. Me, you know, this and that. Oh, you saw the show, thank you. Definitely some of my best work if I'm... Listen, could you do me a big favour? I'm trying to track down one of your customers. I know you don't normally give out that kind of information, babe, but can you make an exception for me? Another date? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Do you still cook? No, you don't have time anymore? Oh, that's great. I mean, that's understandable given your new responsibilities. How about we meet up this Friday? Now, about that info, did you sell any Corinthia Rouge number 16 recently? Oh, really? Special order? Very interesting. Do you have any contact details? Yeah, phone number would be great. Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Marshall. See you Friday. So, get a name. Yep, only one person bought that makeup recently. Alex Costa. What's that name again? Wait, was that Scout saying that? I don't know, it was one of them. Who's Alex Costa? Wasn't he in blue? I think it might be Bobby Price using a fake name. Can you call the number they gave you? It couldn't have been possibly anyone else using a fake name. Definitely couldn't have been Kathleen, who it absolutely was. Can you call the number they gave you? Alright, but I'm sending you my phone bill this month. Ha! Back when people were on pay-as-you-go, eh? Hi, could I speak to Alex Costa? That's weird. I haven't. Was it Bobby? I don't know, they hung up on me. Well, yeah! You used their alias that they used for murder over a random phone call. God, if these people could get any kind of points in subtlety. Can I ask Becky about the fan? Is that what we're doing now? I have literally no idea why you're showing that to me. Okay, I'll go away then, I can take a hint. But where else can we go? Ah, yes, back to the bathroom. Doubt Bobby would have come in here. Yes, because poisoning a guy and then strangling his corpse, well, we can let that ride, but going into the women's bathroom, the concept. That makes it the perfect place to hide evidence. But we can find evidence with our evidenceometer. Evidence scope. I don't know. I feel like there should be a way to make that work, but I can't find it. I'm not here to speak English, I'm here to do Picross. That's 12. Is it? Basic maths, Emma. That is 12. 3 offset gives us those 4k. That logs that, that logs that, that logs that, which means that's that, pushes that up there. 3, 2, 4, 1, 1 sounds like a lot. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that is a full log. How much is that? 5, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's a lot as well. I thought it might be. Wasn't sure. Sometimes I do have to manually count it. I am not yet the Picross god that clearly I might have once assumed. Just kidding, I would never have assumed that. I'd know my failings all too well. Doodly dee dee dee. Either way. That has to be at least 2. Right, 1, 2. Okay, so that has to be the 2. I was pretty sure it did anyway, because that 1 had got marked off on the template already, but it's always good to check. 114 is 8, so if this was the 2, we could never fit that in there, so it's got to be the 4. Which means the 2's in there, that goes there, that goes there. Handy. That locks that locks that. That can all go down there, that's out. That's got to be there, which means that's got to be there. Boom, boom, finishes that row. That finishes that one. Everything isn't one of these. Ah, wait, it can't be that one, so it's that one. Okay, we've apparently reached the me just making random noises as I click buttons stage of solving a puzzle. Yeah, exactly. Hide evidence in here like another crowbar. Just feel like we've already found the bathroom crowbar, so what could this extra crowbar be doing here? Dun dun dun. What kind of maniac would have a bathroom with 2 crowbars? This is my decoy crowbar. Exactly. If your plan includes crowbar, have you considered that it could include double crowbar, because nobody had ever expected? 3 pushes that there. This is my emotional support blunt force weapon. Exactly. Just gotta know how to sell it. No one should question why I want to serve alcohol to Corvids. For that you get a... I really hope that came through on mic. I keep doing that in Zoom calls and it just gets taken out by the noise filter. It's like, yes, we know you want to play amusing sounds, but we don't care. It came through. Excellent. Cool. Because I was about to say, responding to sound alerts that weren't actually there would just make me look like a maniac, but given that I actually had a whole conversation with myself earlier in this stream, I think that bridge may have been crossed. Hydrate and stretch. Yes, you make a good point. Ah. Right, that's the 2, so goes there. That's got to be the 2, locks that one out, means we have that, not that, that. There we go. We found some gloves! Is this like a nonogram puzzle? Exactly, yeah. Nonogram is the same thing as Picross, and yes, this is like the main gameplay of this game. You have the visual novel stuff, but you also have every time Scout looks for evidence, it's in the form of Picrosses that you have to solve so that his image recognition database can work out what he's looking at. I don't know why I keep using he, him pronouns for Scout, given that they've already expressed their discomfort with being assigned gender by the world, so I'm going to stop. O.J. Simpson's lawyer would like a word. You made me dig through a garbage can for an old pair of gloves? Yeah, that's what detectiving looks like, Honor. Suck it up. Not just any pair of gloves. I detected trace levels of the neurotoxin on them. Maybe you should have worn gloves to pick them out. Hey. You're right, there's red powder on the fingertips. Bobby must have worn them while handling the poison makeup, and then disposed of them in here. Only one problem with that theory, Scout. These are women's gloves. Thin ice, Honor. Thin ice. And they look kind of familiar. Yes, that well-known neurotoxin used to murder people. Cayenne pepper. That's 14. Gives us those. You don't think people are allowed to say tiny hand gloves and big hand gloves? Why not? Surely you could just say, these are too small to fit, Bobby. And that would make sense. Anyway, my rants about societal gender aside, I've just had a thing come up saying that it's been another hour already. How does time keep happening like this? How does glove sizing work? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. If I ever find out, then I'll finally have gloves that fit. Cool. Yes, it's been another hour, so we are going to take a brief commercial break. I'm going to run some ads. If you could let them run, much appreciated. Otherwise, get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you still need to. And I will be back in 3. And we will solve this puzzle and solve this murder. Technically, yes, technically capsaicin is a neurotoxin. But how much of it would you need to apply to someone to murder them? I have no doubt we're going to find that answer out during the break, which is happening now. See you in 3. Bye. And we're back. Hello everyone, from an ad break that I just spent reading... clicking links chat gave me, and thus reading papers about neuronal degeneration in 10-day-old rats induced by capsaicin. So thanks. We're a very normal crowd here. Extremely normal. About 1,500 cayenne peppers, it would be enough to like display some neurotoxicity, so yeah. 1,500 grams of cayenne peppers. Okay, so Yeah. Still, I'm gonna go with impractical. Oh, but not impossible. I mean, you can kill people with most things if you try hard enough. Fire extinguishers aren't the only things that run on dedication. Just an IV bag of cayenne peppers. Ugh. Ugh. Cool, well, I'm going into hospital tomorrow morning, and now I'll have that image in my head, so thanks, Emily. Like I say, such a normal group. No, can do anything there, but it's 8 of those 10 gives us that. What's that? This is the 4, so it goes to at least there. That's a 1. That can't go that way. Could possibly go the other way. Gotta check with the nurses that this isn't the spicy one. All of these cursed thoughts that are now in my brain. I'm just here to solve a murder and also some pit crosses. When did I ever ask for this? I'm being told I asked for it when I became friends with y'all. Which I suppose is fair. That has to be at least 2. And that takes that out, which is nice. That locks there. Which kills that row, which is good. That's your 2. That 3 has to go that way, so that's the 2, that's the 3. Oh, it couldn't actually have been the 2 anyway, because I missed a bit on that template anyway, never mind. That's a 2. That's already 8. So that means the 3 fits in there. Whether that, if that's the 4 or the 1, then the 4, then 2 of the 4 are still there. Gives us that, gives us that. This was already a lot. There's something I just really like about puzzles like this, where it's just like the system is clear and you're just applying it. I like that kind of pattern work. Something the neurodivergent urge. Why do you think I've spent quite this many hours playing Power Wash Simulator recently? We found a bouquet of dying flowers. Autistic brain like patterns, the scandal. I know, right? It's the concept of it all. I love just the juxtaposition of dying flowers and Scout going, hey! And we are finally this detective. So now we can get all the memories in the next file if we want to. Which we will. These are the flowers Dick got with his award, but they're all wilted. Honor, don't get too close. I'm detecting neurotoxin powder inside the bouquet. Yes! Ha 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 ha! I told you! You all thought I was mad! ACAB even Scout. I mean, yeah. Scout's honor. Oh my god, how did I not see that? Ah, the strong pun. Strong pun. S rank, they have to respect me now. I mean, I got an S rank on that last one and he still doesn't. On the flowers, but... What? Dick got these on stage. I saw him smell them. That's how he was poisoned. They must have been poisoned in advance. But how did Bobby gain access to the flowers before the ceremony? He didn't. Maybe he didn't. I can't detect anything else unusual in here. I guess this is all the evidence we're going to get. I just hope it's enough to put a case around. Detective Cross will be here any minute with Bobby. We'd better have our final theory ready. Do you really think we have enough evidence? If we can't convince Cross? 2,000 grams of cayenne on the flowers. I mean, you'd just notice the weight, wouldn't you? I know, this is our last chance, but I think I finally understand what happened here tonight. Kathleen killed Dick. Kathleen killed Dick. It's all starting to make sense now. She admitted herself that she and Dick had a long-standing feud. It was a joke to everyone on her show, especially her. Putting up with Dick was hard enough for just one night. Imagine getting that kind of abuse for over a decade. She could never go public, it'd be the end of her career. So she made up a fake name and started leaking rumours to the press. Until Dick called in his lawyers and stopped the press from accepting any more stories about him. She was silenced. Silenced, but angrier than ever. That's when she decided to take matters into her own hands. Dick Stanford had to die. But if Kathleen killed Dick, how is it that Bobby gave the poison makeup to Becky? That's exactly what I hope to find out from Bobby. Well, well, look what the cop dragged in. Am I to understand Bobby isn't so innocent after all? You applaud me not laughing at the number of times this game is saying Dick. I mean, it breaks me occasionally. Some of the phrases in this do just absolutely hit, and yeah. But I am mostly a professional. She said like a liar might.
That's what we're about to find out.
Sorry, Bobby, we've got a few more questions for you. What the hell, man? I didn't kill Dick. You said so yourself. I came here for the awards, not to get interrogated by a private detective and some robot. This isn't backtalk, Bobby. No one's interested in your sob story.
I hope you got everything you needed on her. This is your last chance.
Let's start with identifying the murder weapon. Dick was poisoned with a neurotoxin sprinkled onto these flowers. Aren't those the flowers I gave him on stage? He sealed his fate as soon as he smelled them. That's why he started acting strangely on stage. The poison was already taking effect.
Pretty grim stuff.
I can't believe this. I hold those flowers too, if I'd smelled them myself. Also, look at that. Those black gloves. But I didn't go anywhere near those flowers. I don't even know what a neurotoxin is. Poison was hidden in makeup Rouge number 16 from Corinthia Cosmetics. Only a small amount of the poison makeup is needed to kill, if inhaled. Well, this is your warning, kids. Don't inhale your makeup. That's not where it's meant to go.
Since when do you know so much about poison?
I'm still learning what I am capable of, Detective. Wait a second, I recognize that makeup. I was hoping you would. After all, you gave it to Becky. You handed off deadly poison to some innocent girl. I can't believe what I'm hearing. We all trusted you, Bobby. Hold up, you gave that makeup to me. Plot twist, Scout killed Dick to justify its own existence. Yeah, exactly. Scout would be the perfect murderer. Ah, says Kathleen. Well, he's obviously lying. I don't know. Let's hear him out. Why did Kathleen give you the makeup, Bobby? I've been trying all evening to get Becky to agree to come on my show. She'd be great for ratings. I asked Kathleen if she had any advice, you know, girl stuff. She said I should try getting her a gift. This is the most ridiculous. Let him finish. I asked her what kind of gift, and she thought about it for a second, and then she smiled and gave me that makeup.
So you're saying you were given the poison makeup by Kathleen?
It's all lies. I haven't spoken a word to him all evening, and I've certainly never touched any poison makeup. That's where my next piece of evidence comes in. Detective, this is outrageous. Bobby is the suspect here, but I feel like she's interrogating me.
Well, Ms. Rahi, what else have you got that ties Kathleen to the poisoning?
The gloves. We found this pair of gloves in the bathroom. Do they look familiar?
They look just like the gloves Kathleen's been wearing all evening.
They're identical, except for one important detail. These gloves have traces of neurotoxin on them. This is absurd.
Quiet! What are you thinking, Honor?
I think Kathleen used the makeup to sneak a deadly poison into the Starshine Awards. I don't know anything about poison. Well, you see, Kathleen, what you do is you get 2 kilos of cayenne peppers. Really? I think you knew exactly what you were dealing with. That's why you brought a spare pair of gloves. After you dosed Dick's flowers, you threw out the gloves you were wearing to avoid poisoning yourself. I think it's obvious what's going on here. Bobby wants to frame me for Dick's murder. He used a pair of my gloves to make it look like I did it. Why would I kill Dick? We worked together for years. Exactly. You admitted to us that you suffered for years from Dick's insults and mood swings. Perhaps, but I never stooped to his level. I have a professional reputation to uphold. And that's why when you went to the bread... The bread? Yes, when you went to the bread... When you went to the bakery? No. And that's why when you went to the press you used a fake name, Alex Costa. Alex Costa? I told you before, I've never heard that name in my life.
Me neither. Care to enlighten us?
Alex Costa told Celeb Life magazine about what a monster Dick really was. They printed the accusations, but then Dick's lawyers stepped in.
And this Alex guy was someone who worked with Dick.
To have that amount of dirt on him, they must have known him for years. And Bobby fits the bill perfectly. He wanted to ruin Dick's reputation to save his own show. His mother was even called Alexandra. Alexandra Price? Alex Costa? Isn't it obvious? Yeah, a little too obvious. Almost as if someone knew they could pin the whole thing on Bobby if they got caught, and again, that is not how aliases work. You used my mom's name? Control yourself, Bobby. We could do without another strangling today.
Calm down, both of you. I see your point, Ms. Rahi. But is there any direct connection to the poisoning?
The makeup came from Le Monsieur Jolie. It was a special order for Alex Costa. I can't believe you're listening to this amateur when you have the real killer right there. There's one last piece of evidence. Alex Costa's phone number. I don't have to stand here and be insulted. One moment, please. I have... Good job. I... Don't worry. Hey, you still get a phone call in prison. Wow, straight in with the quips. We can tell you used to play a detective on TV.
Kathleen Cartwright, you're under arrest for the murder of Dick Stanford.
You don't know what it's like to spend your entire career being put down and brushed aside. He deserved to die. I put up with that monster for 20 years. 2 decades of insults and contempt, and all the while having to hear how great he was. I tried to tell the world. I tried talking to the press. No one would listen. That ranting, disgusting old creep you saw on stage, that was the real Dick.
That's enough. Let's go.
Now everyone knows what he was really like. I'm glad he's dead. I mean, one would hope so. You murdered him. You don't want a murderer with buyer's remorse. I only wish I could have made it more painful. I suppose buyer's remorse for murderers is just called guilt. Catherine, consider 2 kilos of cayenne pepper. That would be more painful. I don't believe what you're telling me, Anna. Everyone loved Dick Stanford. Everyone except the people he worked with. No one wanted to listen to them. It's like I've always said, TV is the devil's work. I don't agree with any of this detective nonsense, but at least you're not on TV anymore. Have you seen Becky? I'm ready to go. Just no more arguing in the car, okay? Yeah, good luck getting Mum to agree to that. Ground said ACAB. Well, I mean, it was more all television involved people. I'll stop arguing when you stop being so damn stubborn. Great news, everyone! I'm going to be a special guest star on Back Talk with Bobby Price. You guys have a great story. I'm just glad I can help tell it to the nation. Yeah, she doesn't agree with the detective business, but I mean, I think it's more specifically Honor doing it than the detectiving in general. I mean, given that she married a detective, you know. And thanks for helping prove I didn't kill anyone. You and Scout are quite the pair of detectives. Speaking of which, can we give Bobby a ride to the police station? Detective Cross still wants to talk to him. Maybe she hates her husband while he is dead. Apparently strangling a dead guy might be illegal after all. Go figure. Once again, a literal attempted murder. You know what? I'm not sure I want a self-admitted strangler sitting behind me in the car. Take my keys. I'll walk. You're in LA. Who walks in LA? Ever. Scout and I headed back to my apartment feeling good. We'd done it. Cracked the case. Proved them all wrong. Feeling was intoxicating. A heady sense of accomplishment like I'd never felt before. We worked it out. Found the clues, discovered the link between them, and now justice would be done. Felt great. And at that moment I knew I wanted to feel this again. I wanted to feel this all the time. Honor Mizrahi in Justice Junkie. This is a weird reaction. You're not wrong. The only problem was I started to convince everyone else. Detective Cross, my mother. Only Scout seemed to really understand. Yes, I wanted to go into detective work because it makes me feel good. In a few short weeks, he'd become one of my closest friends. Someone I could trust, someone that had my back. But trust has a nasty way of getting broken when you least expect it. Ominous. Home at last. Oh my god, we actually do have a red string corkboard. All the jokes were true. Home at last. Oh, that was one hell of a night out, right, Scout? Night out, right, Scout? Scout? I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just here to warn you. Scout is not what he seems. He's dangerous. He is the perfect murderer. What? Also, can punk scientist ladies just turn up in my house? No reason. He needs to be shut down. Now. Before it's too late. We're even wearing the same nail polish. I don't know who the hell you think you are breaking into my apartment, but you better get out before I call the cops. Fine, I'll go. But I've left you my number. Think it over. I'll be waiting for your call. It's the murderer and it'll do it all with this face. No, it'll do it with this face. It'll enjoy itself. Oh no, this is amazing. I was looking behind your bookcase and I found a Humphrey Bogart movie we haven't seen yet. Is everything okay? Yeah. Yeah, everything's fine. Let's go watch that movie, okay? Case closed. Chunk. Achievement unlocked. Lights, camera, justice. We shan't start case 3 because we've got the rest of that case's memories to pick up, and there's a whole bunch of them. Actually, what we're going to do first is take a brief unscheduled break, because all this hydration has a predictable effect. Love you all, and I'll be back to do these in a sec. And I'm back. Hello everyone. Sorry about that. Right. All of these are definitely ones. That's 13 to offset. Ah, but that runs into that, which is nice. Well, that doesn't give us a huge amount extra, but that doesn't mean we know that's locked off. Apologies for any and all gross throat noises I may make at any point, because that's my life at the minute. What's that? 14. And that makes that a 5. Pushes that back there. That's definitely a 1. Which blocks that. To fit the 5 in, we can't do it there or there. And that's those two 1s done there. So this has to be the 5, which is a lot for 7. What's that? 13 to offset. Nice. That has to be the 4 because there wouldn't be space for one after it. Which fits the 6 in there, and that was a misclick. I'm glad this is a Picross game that lets you make mistakes. Frankly, in my view, too many of them will just, as soon as you click somewhere that's not actually correct, they'll just, like, instantly tell you that and lower your score and whatever, which takes some of the challenge out of it. And just, like, adds tension that I don't feel needs to be there. If I'm wrong, my punishment will be realizing that I'm wrong. And that's not just true of Picross, that's a lot of puzzle games, to be honest. To badly paraphrase Walt Whitman, do I get things wrong? Very well then, let me get things wrong. And really, on how many other streams would you get both discussions on the neurotoxicity of cayenne peppers and Song of Myself jokes? Suddenly I'm filled with worry that that isn't actually from Song of Myself, but it is. Of course it is. Okay. That's 8 of this 9. Nothing here goes above 2. So that's that. 5 can't fit in there. This has to be a 5, pushes those out, and then that's the start of that 9. These are all 1s, which means that's got to be the 7. Just release there. That can't connect there because that makes 6. And it turns out that was a lock for that space anyway. Neat. Likewise, that can't connect there, so yep. Has to be there, and then that is there, but one of the others. Oh wait, no, there you go, that locks that column out, so it's there. That's the start of an 8. Goes all the way down there. Neat. These can't connect. And really, in the modern world, who can blame them? Too real? I've screwed something up. No, there you go, that should be there, We found some, yeah, it's a clothes rack. A slightly smaller one, which, I mean, I know I was just asking for bigger ones, but I guess I shan't complain, given that I've got a whole bunch of these to do. I mean, 116 is a lot for 10. You would not have interpreted clothes rack from that. I thought it was clothes on a washing line at first. I can see clothes rack, but how much of that is just because they said clothes rack? does have to be there. Thought it was popsicles. I mean, we're working in extremely low resolutions here. There's a certain amount of interpretation to everything. This has been Twitch with John Berger. Apparently, I'm just making very niche jokes all over the place today. What do I mean today? That's just my life. Okay, that can't do that, so there you go. Don't just sit here and sing along with the background music, Emma. Nobody appreciates that. Also, maybe stop talking to yourself on stream so much. It's weird. Who am I kidding? I'm never going to stop that. This is just how I sound in life. For 1 is 6 of these 8. Because of that. I can't hear you. Yeah, but that is the way this works. That's 10 of this 13. This is that. Yeah, that is generally how the streaming social contract works. Is I can't hear any of you, and you all get to listen to me for 3 hours. So in a way, Twitch is a realization of the allegory of the cave. I mean, kind of? It's kind of the intermediate step between the people in the cave watching the shadows and the people outside is this. Yes, so on Twitch, like, you are the people in the cave, and I am looking outside and reporting my own experiences, except that the outside is the inside of a larger cave, because I'm just playing a video game. I guess. Chat messages as shadows, yeah. I can see that. So what, you're saying that in fact you are the real people here, and I am just an illusion on your computer? So many clothes storage options. Now you've said popsicles, I can really see that. It's 14. Okay, we're back in the excessively fancy bathroom. 5 of these 6. Hasn't even started doing that, but yeah, Emma. That goes down to there. That's a 1. 3, 5 is 9 out of these 12. 3 off 6 is those. Yes, no, the people in the cave aren't illusions. Yeah. I knew what I was thinking, but yes, we are all real people. The shadows, which in this case are both, I suppose, chat messages and this story I am crafting about a floating TV robot that solves crimes, are but further levels of obfuscation of reality. The shadows were the friends we made along the way. I mean, I've made friends with many shadows in my time, it's true. Wait, this is just the plot of every Persona game. Hello, I'm the director of Murder by Numbers. Well, hi. Nice to have you here. Yeah. I am very much enjoying this game. It is a lot of fun. We're just currently doing the bonus memory puzzles, having just finished Chapter 2, and I am digging the hell out of it. But very nice to see you. See, I toyed with having, having an alert set up to be like dev in chat for after the last time it happened when I was doing Meat Punks, and then I was like, yeah, but it's not like that's going to happen again. Apparently, it is. Okay, that can't be the 2. Wouldn't be space. Had that happen with the game you played in the wrong order. That's awkward. Just like, hello developer, I'm playing your game wrong. 6 out of 11? No, it's wildly off. That locks those out. 7 out of 12 is a 5 offset, gives us those 2, which means, okay, that's progress. Locks that out, locks those out. So what I'm learning here is that I should have custom alerts set up for events that I do not think are ever going to happen. Which, I mean, when I say that out loud, it's just like I've just described being prepared. But hey, I've never done that in my life and I don't intend to start. Has to be at least 4 out of 6. Have multiple endings, some of the endings impacted the depth of the other endings. Ah, right. Is this when you were doing beacon pines? Not beacon pines, that was actually surprisingly linear. Yeah, okay, there aren't that many branches in its plot structure. Like, I didn't catch your streams of it, but I have seen playthroughs of it, and you're not wrong. There you go. That locks that. That's a 3, cool. Locks that column. Those ones have to be there. Yeah, no, that game looked great. And I too would love to see more, either stylistically or narratively, from them. Which I'm sure, I feel reasonably sure there will be. Like, it was, from my understanding, a hit. My understanding could be wrong. I have been described as many things, and out of touch with people in general is often one of them. There we go, we found... Oh my god, we found toilet paper in the bathroom! The concept. Scout, instead of spending all this time trying to recognize these images, why don't you just say which room you're in and ask me to say a common object you might find there? Whether that's the 5 or the 2, these two still have to be part of the 5. that being a 5 blocks everything more than 3 from it. I realise after a point I'm just saying a lot of numbers at this point. Just like 14 gives you 1, which gives these 6. They have toilet paper but not a backup crowbar. I know, right? It is shocking what these venues get away with these days. Yeah, look, some of us aren't necessarily as good at puns as you. It is a unique talent that you bear for the world. What's that? 12 out of 13. Okay, gives us these. What is this anyway? 2, 2, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it is a lock. I thought it was. Reach the line below. Oh, and the line below that. If I read more than one line at a time, it might be easier to see patterns like that. But yeah, that adds up to the same. The corpse is just hanging out in the background. Yeah, we don't care about you at this point. This is all abstract as Scout sorts through his memories, and we're just gonna find that an unsurprising item is in this room, and then we'll go. And you can go back to being a corpse on your own time. I say on your own time as though there's a... like, you've got to fill in a timesheet for being a corpse. Boss makes $1, I make a dime, that's why I'm dead on company time. Come on, that is already a 5. Blood pressure, poison temperature are all ridiculously low, and I have timesheets. Does that count? I mean, are the timesheets for being dead? Like, if you have timesheets for work and also are dead, that's, I would argue, less relevant. Also, raise your hand if you were surprised that Emily was functionally dead. Exactly, I thought so. Nice, that's 3 distinct groups. Emily is a very organised reptile. Yeah, it tracks. Yeah, there's only one way this fits in. Well, those groups, like, I don't have nailed down at this point, but it's gotta be the 2, which gives us another one here. 3 pushes that way, that's 1. Can't fit anything else in there, but we need that 1 there and there and there. Very organised is definitely a stretch. Well, I mean, let's go with more organised than this particular mammal, but that is not a high bar to clear. And once again, I need that gaze with ADHD button. That can't be the initial 2, so that needs to be in there. Initial 2, very much my favourite Picross anime. Isn't that button just the insert musical opener of your choice riff? No, that's what you do to snipe gays with ADHD. Just, you do 2 chords from Les Mis and suddenly that's all I can think about for the rest of time. And now that I've said that, I'm going to have it stuck in my head. Oh my god, there's cologne in the dressing room. Also, this guy's dead, but you know, one of these things is important. I am, at any given point, inches from blasting into the confrontation from Les Mis with some unexpected bystander. Unsuspecting would be the word English people would use. Come on, brain. You know how to words. You did a language. You have in time done a language. That's 9, 11 out of 12. That's your 3s, that's your 4, that's your 3. Yep, Zydrate Anatomy, that is another one that my brain is constantly experiencing on some level. Like that one, it's not even about the specific words or anything, it's just that if you say something and then repeat it in any different intonation, then it just becomes... Zydrate comes in a little less vile. A fact for which I can personally blame you, because you literally introduced me to that film. And now look at me. See, that one I can't get caught out by because I am one of the few, I am, like, one of what appears to be the very few queers in the wild who have never seen Rent, so that is out of Rent, right? If that's not out of Rent, then I'm just dunking on Rent for no reason. I never had a Rent era in my teenage years? No. I was aware of it being out. I was also extremely repressed. We've been over this before, how I absolutely would have been a massive queer theatre kid in high school, were it not for the just industrial strength repression I had going on. Hands, straight lines. Same hat. Multiple moments of me and other Rent Fair Young singing the entire Rent soundtrack in parking lots. Yeah, no, I've been there just with other things. Come on, this comes off after a few days ago one of my group chats, which is also full of nerdy quiz slash LARP slash theatre people. You know who you are. Oh hey, a plunger in the bathroom. The shock. Because sometimes a crowbar just isn't enough. Yeah, my quiz theatre group chat just descended into a massive line-by-line thing of the confrontation from Les Mis, except that it had come in off us debating the correct way to pronounce the word calzone, which I still pronounce calzone because I like to pronounce things in their original languages because, of course, I am language nerd. But then it had just, we were just, for some reason, riffing all of Les Mis as about Joan Calzone, and it is still, I regularly think about it and just die. Yeah, where the hell am I? Same place as always. Good to know. Good. Said Katsona, but your brain heard Katsona. Well, I mean, that reflects more on you than it does on me. It also reflects on me. That's 12. This is 3. That has to be the middle 5. That's the 6, so it has to go back at least that far. Which means that this is our 4, 2 of those 3, 1 3 is 5 of those 6. I'm just saying numbers again, aren't I? What's that? 12, that's a lot. That looks at 6. It's great, because now you all can discuss songs from Rent, and I can take my eyes off chat for a minute, because I have nothing to add to that particular conversation. Okay, while I have never seen Rent, I am just loving the fact that that comment started with the phrase, because yes, it is an orgy, but... Frankly, I think more sentences should start that way. That's going to be the 1, that's the 2. Didn't have a Rent phase, had a Hairspray phase. Some of us never left. It would be great if I could remember which of my fingers did what. But yes, I have been through intense Hairspray phase and Chicago phase. But then, I mean, I think this is just me with interests in general. I get very into things very quickly. Yes, absolutely a Les Mis phase, obviously. Which, once again, never left. Hairspray, Rent, Les Mis, and Sweeney Todd, yeah. Okay, Jupiter A, the fact that you genuinely love cats is one of the least surprising things I've heard all day. And B, same. I am a fan. In its own badly composited way, I enjoyed the film. It has many flaws. But you know... John Partridge is the correct Rum-Tum Tugger? I mean, yeah. Is that even up for debate? I say that as a rhetorical question, and just in saying it, I was hit with the dread certainty that there are people out there who, like, actually enjoy cats, but prefer Jason Derulo to John Partridge, and woof. The concept. Come on, we're getting there. I have like 13 minutes before it wants me to run another ad, so let's see if we can get done before then. What's that? 13. 2. That's 12, gives us those, which lets us lock off a bunch of these rows, which is nice. 6 of these 10. Oh, that's 14, so that gives us all of that. Uh, 8 out of these 11 is 3. 8 out of these 10 is 2. Got to see a stage production of it in 4th grade. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw it on stage. The West End recording of it is good, and that's what I grew up on. Okay, that's a lot for 14. That's 14. Okay. That's got to be the 5, so that blocks everything out before there. Nothing there, which locks those. Okay, whether that's the 1 or the 3, that has to be an X, because otherwise it connects to there and would have X's around it, or it'll have X's around that. Yeah, cool. And then that means here we have 12 out of 13, which gives us a lot. Yeah, I should really see Hedwig. Like, it seems a very obvious thing that I would probably very much enjoy. I've just never had the chance. I mean, of course I'd enjoy it, because as we've covered, I am so often just every trans stereotype. But hey, at least I'm self-aware about it. Come on, I'm running 2 o'clock here. That can't be part of the 6, that would go down and connect to make 7, so that has to do that. Okay, that works. Casual Fall, another thing I've never seen. As is always coming out when I talk about stuff I know for quiz, like, the media I know about, like, often in great detail, and the media I have actually personally experienced, just vastly different. I can talk at length about books or plays or whatever, and then just be like, oh no, I've never seen it. I just know things, because I've heard about them. Would that make you the weird one? I thought The Birdcage was meant to be a good film. I had not heard bad about it, but then I hadn't heard much about it. If there is drama there, I would love to know. I always love knowing about drama. When did this stream just become musicals chat? Found a TV camera on this TV set. Yay! And our final puzzle. Lot of criticism because Robin Williams is straight. Yeah. It was 12 is 3. Those 11, 4 gives us that. Also 11 gives us that. Starting with 7 with there. Starting with 1, 6 with there. The 5 means we're not there. And that's now 11 out of 14 is 3 offset. But I knew that anyway. 11 is 4. There's those. That can't go there, that is a 2. I'm explaining even less than normal and just saying numbers. When I said I'm just going to let you all talk about this, I mean fair. Look, how am I meant to operate if you're going to insist on remembering things I say and then bringing them up in future? I don't remember things I say, and frankly, I think it's unfair for anyone else to. Yes, sleep is good, and I should really have got more than 4 hours of it last night, but here we are. That can't reach to be the 5. So that's good. Good there. Anyway, you haven't played my real Theatre Opinions trap card, which is mentioning Angels in America. Which I am physically resisting the urge to start talking about here because I know Twitch wants me to take an ad break. Okay, that's got to be the 3, so that blocks that. The ad break can wait for a wee musical rant. Actually, it can't. It will start automatically in 5 minutes. I have Ad Manager set up because I want to actually make some kind of tangible return occasionally. By which I mean a small amount once a year. So I have 5 minutes. Look, I said I was going to do these puzzles. I have stuff to sort, and then I have to at some point go to bed, because, as you are all reminding me, sleep is good, and I've got to be up at 5:30 in the morning. That's got to be there. Look, in a future stream, if you wish, mention Angels in America, and I will have opinions about it, probably for a while. Because I really love that play for a number of reasons. It's 8 out of 11, gives us that. 2, 3 is 9 out of 11 gives us that. Okay, and we've already got the 2 there. That blocks that. Those have to be there, that's there. And we found some cufflinks. Also, there's a dead guy. It's possible we took the cufflinks off the dead guy. Let's view this memory. I have like 2 minutes. Hope it's not too long a memory. I'm just saying we should give them a chance. You can't possibly be that naive, Tom. You know what they want to do. What's going on? They're muscling in on your project. They want to. We don't know what they're planning, and guessing doesn't help anybody. Maybe not, but I can't just sit around while they destroy everything we've worked for. We have to do something. What if we threaten to quit? They'll have to listen to us. They'd just replace us with new engineers. Engineers who don't ask questions and don't cause problems. At least if we stay, we can keep an eye on things. Got to learn to pick your battles, Jenna. This goes against everything we designed Scout for. I know. What else can we do? That's it. Okay. Cool. Okay, that is actually a very cute Scout emoji. I guess that's technically a cow emoji. Anyway. Okay. I'm gonna start doing the wrap-up now. For those of you who aren't subbed, then it may cut into an advert break part way through me talking, but I honestly can't stop that, sorry. So, high-speed wrap-up. That is it for today. Thank you all very much for being here. Thanks for staying to the end, it means a lot. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me. But just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's Serasent. You'll see it on the title card in a minute. The House of Hubris, streaming here every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available. And I'll be continuing. We've got 2 more cases of Murder by Numbers. So we're doing that. And then we'll be moving on to things that aren't this, but are other things. Words. If you want to know when I am around, give us a follow, doesn't cost you anything, and gets you notified whenever I'm here. And if you do miss anything, VODs are on the Twitch for 8 weeks, different, after the fact. For everything else, you can go to the YouTube, link is down there, or it's YouTube/@House of Hubris, where you can find everything going back to the start of the channel. That's over 2 years of content. There's a lot there. If there's something that isn't there that you'd like to see, let me know what it would be. Other things, while you're there, why not subscribe? Gets you hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when they start uploading again, which they will soon. I was on a brief hiatus for illness, but we're back now, and videos will start going up again soon. I think the ad break has just started for everybody who isn't a sub, so sorry about that. I'm very professional. What else? If you feel like supporting, it's ironic that this is coming on during the ad break, but if you feel like supporting my amateur detectiving financially, you can of course do so by cheering or subscribing on Twitch. But there's very much no need to, especially because everybody who can hear this at the minute is already subbed, but VODs exist. Hello on the VOD. Yeah, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. Except my throat. My throat not having a good time. And Charity's Lady with another gift sub. Happy. Thank you. Seriously. What else? Now more people can ignore the ads. I mean, really, this is the end goal. If everybody can just ignore capitalism forever. That would be great. What else is there? There is... also linked down there is my Twitter, which is at House of Hubris, for as long as Twitter is still a thing. I'll be there. Where I post random crap, really. Stream notifications, memes, information about anything else I'm on, which I don't think I have any other projects I can announce at the minute. So keep an eye on the Twitter. And I mean, you can always, if you've got any questions about anything, hit me up on there, or I think I have a link to my Discord on there. I'm on the internet. You can probably find me. I'm Sarah Centaur, House of Hubris, most places. I think I've run out of words to say. I feel like there should be something else at this point in the wrap-up, but I can't remember what it is, so we're just going to forge ahead regardless. Yeah. Once again, thank you all for coming. I'm really enjoying this game, and it's nice that I now have the capacity to stay conscious now that I'm not ill and on better medication. And yeah. We'll see you again for more Murder by Numbers on Thursday. Had to remember what day it is today, because that's what Christmas break does to you. Okay, yeah. Love you all. See you again on Thursday, and goodbye.